Every movement we make throughout the day is being tracked through our electrical devices such as phones and smartwatches. We use these to track the number of steps we make a day and the amount of activity that is completed. But how can we use GPS that is disposable and diverse to benefit our athletes at both grassroots and elite level to benefit their performance? Global Positioning Systems, otherwise known as GPS, use the Global Navigation Satellite System Network, which is formed of 24 satellites and has 6 spare, totaling 30 satellites at an altitude of 35,786 kilometers above sea level. There are at least 4 satellites visible to the trackers at any one time, depending on the location in the world. By using these satellites, the GPS trackers are able to gain a vast amount of information on athletes, including the distance covered, their speed, amount of possession time, and even the amount of impacts the player has encountered. As the devices use the GNSS, there isn't a need to calibrate it as the signals are sent in real time. The accuracy of the signals can be increased by leaving the devices turned on for 15 minutes next to the pitch before testing. This is in order to gain a certain connection with all the satellites that are visible. With the device itself, consideration needs to be given to the onboard clock. Over time, this can drift and can be out of sync with other devices and software that it's linked to. To adjust the onboard clock, the docking station needs to be plugged into the laptop with the Catapult software loaded. Once the device has been inserted, select your device and check the location that it's set to measure. This is either indoors or outdoors. Then right-click on your device, go to Device Properties, tick the box saying Set Onboard Clock to PC Time, and then OK. The device is now running at the same time as the PC again, and if this is completed with all devices, then they will be all synced together running on the same time. The Catapult devices are of a smooth and simple appearance which easily fit into the vest. 2/3 of the tracker are made up from the antenna that sends and receives signals to and from the satellites. This particular device has a sampling frequency of 10 Hz a second, meaning that there are 10 cycles of the signal going from the tracker to the satellite and returning. Weighing only 60 grams, it's virtually non-existent when playing sport, the perfect tracking companion. To switch on the device, there's a button located on the front. Press and hold this. 3 red lights will then appear just above the button. This signifies the device turning on. A green light will appear and this will flash quickly to show it's trying to make contact with the visible satellites. Once it has made a connection, the flashing will reduce but it will stay constant. To allow easy indication, there's a silver athlete ID strip. This allows them to be recognised for analysis and when reusing the device. The other indication lights represent the connection to a heart rate monitor and the USB connection to a computer. The GPS tracker is held in a small pocket located on the back of the vest which is supplied with the device. The vest should be tight-fitting and snug, meaning there is minimal movement of the device. If the vest is loose, then there could be abnormalities within the data and it would register different movements. The pocket is positioned at the base of the neck between the scapula and the athlete. The positioning of the tracker is key, as it reports the centre of mass, and if this is secured on a different body part, then there's a high chance that data would be inaccurate and less reliable. Once the device has been inserted in the vest, the data collection can begin. When starting the data collection, it's a good idea to give the device a couple of taps to ensure you know where the beginning and end points are. This makes it easier when it comes to the analysis. Once the data collection has finished, the data can now be extracted and analysed. Plug the unit into the dock and click on the day that the data collection happened. Then click Download. Enter an event description if needed and choose the location you want to save it to. To generate a visual representation of the whole data collection, click on Graph Setup and choose from the range of variables that you wish to look at. For example, the average velocity over time. Click on Graph for your graph to be generated. From this, you are able to look for general trends and an overview of the whole collection. In order to gain an Excel sheet of numbers to analyse, click on Data/Export.